New today, an update on the 3-year-old boy shot Wednesday evening on North Clinton Ave, and family speaking out and calling for change. Erica Cost spoke with the family today. She joins us now in studio with the latest. Erica.
Good afternoon. Marlo is his name, in stable condition, recovering in the hospital, according to family. And this week has been a wave of emotions for them: sadness, anger, and disgust. But one thing's for sure, and that is Marlo is one strong 3-year-old. I spoke to Marlo's cousin, Brittany Rumpf, who says this has been one of the worst weeks of their lives. She says Marlo was with family Wednesday evening, going to the corner store to get a snack when they were caught in the crossfire. Police say Marlo and his family were not involved in the shooting in any way. A tragic incident of wrong place, wrong time. Today we heard from Mayor Malik Evans, and city officials as they described their game plan in detail to focus on specific zip codes in the city that are facing violence, specifically the North Clinton area 14605 zip code.
I'm struggling. I'm disgusted. Yeah, I'm struggling and I'm disgusted. But I'm also grateful that God saw fit to wrap his arms around Marlo and to save his life.
So those neighborhoods are in crisis, and we want to make sure that we continue to focus our areas on those neighborhoods.
Now, the family is also calling on change. We asked Brittany her thoughts on what she wants the community and officials to take away from this tragic incident. Her answer coming up at 5 and 6. In the studio, Erica Cost, News 8.
All right, Erica, thank you. Continuing our coverage on this now. Officers arrested a 16-year-old and 34-year-old as a result of a preliminary investigation. The 34-year-old was recently convicted for assault and weapons offenses. Travis Lewis was out on bail for those prior charges, awaiting a sentencing. Now, before mandating 12-hour shifts for the Rochester Police Department to keep more of a presence on city streets, as the chief initially announced, officers will be asked to voluntarily adjust their schedules first. Alex Love joins us now with how the police union is reacting to this announcement. Alex?
Well, since this was first announced by Chief Smith Wednesday night, it received a lot of pushback throughout the department, according to leaders with the Rochester Locust Club Union. Now, Chief Smith initially said this would be mandated in order to double patrols around certain areas like North Clinton Avenue that are deemed hotspots with gun violence. But the Locust Club pushed back, arguing many officers already work 16 hours or sometimes double shifts, especially over the summer when shootings occurred more frequent. They're concerned for officers' physical and mental well-being if more is asked for them on top of what they're already putting up with. Now Chief Smith will ask officers to voluntarily step in to fill those open slots, and then will evaluate what to do with staffing from there.
What we've done over the past 24 hours is kind of evaluate what we think our staffing needs to be. We'll be looking for officers to volunteer first, as we always do, to fill those slots, and then we will have basically a rotational system in place if we have to mandate officers fill the other slots.
It's a difficult position to be in, so let's look at the people that put us here and address that so it doesn't continue to get worse. We can't get any worse at this point.
While there is another RPD recruiting class training right now at the Rochester Police Department's Academy, Chief Smith says they will not be ready until this upcoming spring. Live in Rochester, Alex Love, News 8.
All right, Alex, thanks very much. And we will hear more from the police union about their proposed solutions for officers working overtime and dealing with the recent violence coming up on News 8 at 5 and 6.